It's time for Around the Ozarks News, sponsored by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey there, good morning to you. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Another work week begins, and as we do, we're going to start you out with some local news.
All right. 2 firefighters from Forsyth are recovering after getting electrical shocks while battling a house fire on Saturday afternoon. Crews were called to a home on Tulsa Avenue just after 1:15, and that's where the 2 first responders were injured while they were fighting that fire. Both were taken to a local hospital and are in stable condition. That fire was brought under control just before 5:40 Saturday evening. No word yet on the cause. Meanwhile, a fire late Saturday night caused damage at the Big Whiskey's restaurant in Republic. Firefighters responded around 9:30 after reports of smoke inside the building. They later discovered there was an active fire just beneath the roof. Crews got it out from both inside and outside the restaurant. Customers, employees had to evacuate and were able to do that safely. No injuries reported. That cause is also under investigation right now, and the restaurant is hoping to return quickly to normal business operations.
All right. Historic flash flooding left a trail of destruction across southern Missouri over the weekend, especially the southeastern part of the state, claiming at least one life and prompting Governor Mike Kehoe to declare a state of emergency. A woman was swept away and killed in Crawford County. Some areas of Reynolds and Iron counties received up to a foot of rain. Washed out roads and bridges, destroyed campgrounds, pushed large RVs into the Black River. Man, scary situation because it happened overnight. Mm-hmm. All children, good news, all children at Camp Tomsock were moved to higher ground in advance of the flooding. They are all safe. Emergency crews from across Missouri continue recovery efforts as residents begin cleaning up from what officials in the state are calling a rare 1 in 1,000 year flood event.
Yeah, that video of the Black Hawk helicopter coming down and getting those campers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's been other camps where it did not end well. So you, I think, more so recognize the danger and the time. Time is of the essence, and they got him out. It was incredible to see that.
Yeah, destroyed campgrounds. I don't know what kind of warning system was in place, but to get those kids out, because 1 year ago we were talking about the horrible situation down in Texas when historic flooding happened, and kids were not evacuated from the camps, and it was just awful.
Yeah.
More weather for the Ozarks across the late last week. National Weather Service is now confirming an EF0 tornado. It did indeed touch down in Rolla during Thursday night's severe storms. That tornado produced wind speeds up to 85 miles per hour to damage trees and roofs of buildings and businesses along a 3/4 mile path. Good news here, no injuries reported. That was the same storm system that produced the deadly flash flooding across southern Missouri.
'Tis the season, I guess, for all of that, all the above. Yes. A major road project in Nixa enters its next phase starting this morning in just a little bit. MoDOT is closing another section of Route CC east of Main Street. The closure includes the Route CC and Rosewood Lane intersection. Rosewood will also be closed south of CC. Crews are rebuilding the roadway there and connecting some new pavement. That work is part of a $5.7 million project to replace the four-way stop at Main, CC, and Cedar with a roundabout. Ethan's favorite roundabout.
Well, listen to this. I just drove by that over the weekend for the first time since they've been doing the work. And I got to tell you, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to work. I've changed my tune on roundabouts.
Yeah, it's so strange that the engineers had it right all along. I would have never guessed it.
Well, they don't always. But this time,
you mean the people who studied to do exactly what they're doing? Those people?
Well, sometimes it's a shot in the dark. They're throwing a dart half the time. I get it. There was one that went in near our house, and I was bad-mouthing it the entire time. And now I kind of like it.
It was funny because Ethan was like, I just can't understand why they're going to reroute traffic on like a secondary road. I just don't get it. I'm like, they're not. And he's like, well, I don't know how they're going to do this. And I'm like, just because you don't know how they're going to do this does not mean they're going to send major traffic through a neighborhood. I just trust that to be the case. And then of course
it worked out.
And he's like, oh,
it worked out. All's well that ends well is what I say.
You're fun. It's like, I don't know why, but in this weird world in my brain right now, it's reminding me of when parents get kicked out of ball games because they think they should know. They think they know that the way that it should have gone, Any parallel there? Any parallel?
Yeah, I think you're the only one seeing it, but okay. All right, I'll go with it.
All right. The owner of the Springfield Beefaroo property is suing, claiming the restaurant owes more than $63,000 in unpaid rent. That lawsuit comes after employees, as we told you, walked off the job last month over delayed paychecks, and reports indicate that corporate stores nationwide have closed some stores and also had some layoffs as well. The company's website has gone offline, adding to some questions about the future of a restaurant chain.
Yeah, that's a shame.
When you call it Beefaroo, you should have known there were going to be problems.
Well, it's popular other places. Apparently, maybe not that popular, but we tried it. I took the boy there. We gave it 2 chances. Whenever it first came into town, I it was not bad, but I hadn't been back since. So maybe that tells you something.
It's called Beefaroo. Ew.
Yeah. In my first job, my friends and I played football, and our nicknames were the name and then Aroo. So I was Etharoo. Yeah. There was Jackaroo, Glenaroo, all the Aroos.
That's funny because Glenaroo still, like, I know Glenaroo.
I just
thought that was his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny that it stuck, because his is the only one that stuck. And I do enjoy a person who gets a nickname, not who gives themselves a nickname, but who gets a nickname.
I was thinking about T-Bone.
Yeah. T-Bone.
You think of T-Bone.
For you?
Yeah. That's a Seinfeld reference. I'll move on. Springfield Group is moving forward with plans to build what it says would be the world's tallest flagpole.
I saw this. I'm wondering if it's the same group that built the tallest cross.
I don't think so. Nathaniel Toms is kind of on the board of this one and spearheading this one.
Oh, I know him.
It's going to be very, very tall, and I'm honestly not sure how they would do that. But
how tall, sir?
It's not for me to say. I'm going to get to it. Old Glory Rising is the group. It announced it has already raised more than $230,000 for this through donations and by selling commemorative bricks. So you can get your family name on a brick that will be there paved at the base of this giant flagpole. They're not revealing project locations, although they say it's going to be somewhere here in southwest Missouri. But they're hoping to complete the 700-foot tall flagpole.
Yeah.
Do you know how tall the arch is?
No.
630 feet. Yeah.
Stop.
It's a 70-story building is what they're with, just a pole going up. So that's what I mean. I don't know how they would do it, how you'd reinforce it. And then it'd have to be a giant, imagine the size of that flag to make it proportioned.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it'd be a engineering feat, no doubt. Maybe I'm making it harder than it is. Maybe it's not that hard. But it seems really tall whenever something's wind is blowing on it strongly and leaning it,
right.
But I like the idea. I mean, I think it'd be cool to have that here in the Ozarks.
I thought you were burying the lead. That's what we call burying the lead whenever he's talking about how tall it's going to be and then not saying it till the last sentence. But that's actually called a hook. It's a
surprise.
A surprise. A golden nugget. It's a golden nugget.
Right. I got you wondering how tall? How tall? You're at the edge of your seat.
Well, and I didn't really know how tall 700-foot monument would be until you said The arch is 630.
It's taller than the Statue of Liberty.
Dang.
It's good.
Okay.
It's very, very tall.
Alrighty. Well,
yeah. So I'm rooting for them. I hope they do it. I think it'd be a neat attraction.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it would be.
Heads up, Springfield police are going to be back on North Glenstone at that Hawk pedestrian signal this week for another crosswalk safety enforcement operation, and they're giving you a heads up about it. During last week's effort, officers cited one driver for running the red light that you're supposed to stop at so pedestrians can cross. 8 pedestrians were observed crossing unsafely, so jaywalking, if you will. Yeah. So they're going to be back this week, so just be advised. Springfield.
I get like there's a couple of crosswalks that you can like push the button and it'll like make the lights flash, the safety lights. And that is like the indicator for traffic to stop while the pedestrian crosses. But sometimes I'm like, I just wish the traffic would go. Like, you be you and I'll be me. You know what I mean? Like, you go because that's what traffic does, and I'll stop because that's what a walker does. Because it's not like the Hawk. It's not like the, Glenstone is clear. Like, it's not technically a crosswalk that is set up on a light system. It's one that doesn't actually have a stoplight. You're just crossing the road. Have you seen it?
Are you certain of this?
No, I'm talking about on the trail system. Like, have you been on the Chadwick Flyer Trail?
But you just said Glenstone.
I said it's not like the one at Glenstone. The one at Glenstone is like, it's tied to the traffic lights. But have you seen the new crosswalks that are not tied to a traffic light, such as on the Chadwick Flyer Trail and others? No. It's interesting because you can push a button as a pedestrian and it'll like make some lights start blinking, and it's supposed to make traffic stop. And often they do, but not always. But it's interesting to me, like, as the one on foot or bicycle, like, I actually sometimes am thinking, I mean, I do what I'm supposed to do, but like sometimes I'm thinking, darn it, I wish the traffic would just go. You know what I mean? And then I would wait on them because it's not at a light. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you tracking with me?
I think so. So there's no red light at this thing you're talking about?
Right.
But that's not the thing that we're talking about on Glenstone.
No.
Okay. All right. So at Glenstone, there is a red light. Is that right?
Yeah. Those ones have a red light attached to it. So like it's red or green for the traffic. And then it's also red or green, for the pedestrian. And then there's like a little hand that says like it counts down like how many more seconds you have to like make it across the road.
Yeah, that's because it's a major thoroughfare, and the Chadwick Flyer is probably not.
I know, but still traffic is moving 50 miles per hour, Yeah. So, anywho. All right.
Springfield's 8th 7 Brew coffee stand opens today on North Kansas Expressway. That new location is going to celebrate with, like they do, free small drinks, like for weeks. I mean, they in Republic, they did it for several days, like several weeks. I think they gave away free drinks. So the company is also donating more than $11,000 to the Hope Foundation during its grand opening celebration. Every time they open a store, they raise a bunch of money for charity, and this particular location chose the Hope Foundation. So there you go.
All right. The first ever Springfield Restaurant Week is continuing. We told you about this last week. It's still going on until July 19th. So you got several more days. 27 local restaurants are participating. They have fixed priced meals for order. And when you order, 10% of sales from those promotional menu items is raised to benefit Ozarks Food Harvest and the Missouri Restaurant Association Education Foundation. That's a long title, but a good cause. Organizers are hoping the event will become an annual thing, supporting local restaurants and local charities.
I like the idea. I like the idea of getting out and eating at restaurants.
Yeah. If you are looking ahead to midweek, the Gilloy's Theater is hosting a special matinee showing of the 1983 classic, The Outsiders. It's on Wednesday afternoon. Doors open at 1. The movie starts at 2. Discount tickets are available in concession packages for family-friendly prices.
I remember seeing The Outsiders in school for some reason. I don't remember why we watched it in school, but we watched it during class at some point in my prestigious
Childhood.
career.
That's funny because that probably was a teacher who was being needed a lazy day, but
Maybe
you remember
so.
it.
Maybe so.
Joke's
I do
on
remember
them.
it. I've seen that movie one time and one time only, and it was in school.
Yeah, that's good.
Tell everybody where you were this weekend. You were up in Des Moines.
Des Moines. I was in Des Moines, Iowa. I was staying right by the Capitol. I ran all over the Capitol grounds. It was beautiful. My daughters were racing triathlon, what's called draft legal triathlon. It's a thing. It is a whole thing. It's like Tour de France style biking and a little bit intimidating, but amazing. So yes, praise the Lord. Safe travels there and back through a rainstorm. When I was seeing, all of the flash flooding warnings coming from southeast Missouri, that's where we were driving through. I was like, this has got to be the rain system that they are dealing with right now. It was insane.
Southeast. You drove. You didn't go southeast.
Or the system, like the system that was moving.
Affected south.
And
dropped all the rain that affected southeast.
Yeah, because in, I don't know, probably for a solid hour, we were in so much rain that every single car had the hazard lights on. And then, I start getting warnings from Missouri, and I was like, this storm system is moving toward my state right now,
Well, yep. Well, the girls did well. They're my daughters were in this race as well. So it actually
did I call them my daughters?
Yes.
Ethan hates when I do that, but they are my daughters. I mean, yes, they're his
our
too,
daughters. Whatever.
But I say my daughters, my girls, my boy, my husband. I mean, ours. Okay, but it's me talking. So, gosh, people know we're married. Listen, I changed my last name a long time ago, and I promise you, nobody else has it.
Well, in case anybody was wondering, my daughters were in it as well. I think they were. Some of the folks were confused.
Yeah, I know. Actually, sorry. One more story. I know we got to go. What time is it? There was one time when someone was like, "Ethan Foreheads is your husband?" I was like, "Yeah." Oh, I thought he was your brother. But the guy was serious, and I was like,
"Okay."
Yeah. So you're right. Some people might be confused. We are actually married, not siblings.
All right. On that note, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine, Whole Hog Cafe, Taylor Grubat Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Temperatures starting off just shy of 70 degrees on this Monday morning. It was an active weather week in the state of Missouri. I'm sure you heard about the catastrophic flooding off in portions of Randolph County and areas east of the Ozarks. We are thinking of those cleaning up and still dealing with floodwaters today. Here in the Ozarks, we're waking up pretty quiet. Temperatures are in the upper 60s and low 70s, and we've got some comfortable weather heading our direction today. Pretty typical July weather. We will see conditions that warm up into the upper 80s this afternoon. So with sunshine, we're going to warm things up pretty easy. We have a south breeze in the forecast, high pressure in control of our pattern. And for us, this means very limited with the rain chances, at least early in the week. I've got a stretch of dry days with near normal temperatures in place for us today and tomorrow. It's perfect for a day at the pool. Splash pad in the backyard, something like that. I think you're going to need a way to cool off if you're outdoors today. All of the heavy rain today is down across portions of South Texas, and that's extending along much of the Gulf Coast. In fact, the southern half of the United States seeing some of the activity today with limited potential for showers and thunderstorms for our portion of the region through the middle of the week. We've got surface high pressure keeping temperatures feeling like summertime. It is going to be warm across the Ozarks. I've got numbers that are going to be pushing 90 degrees. I think a few folks get to the 90s. There's a bit of humidity in the air too, so it will at least be feeling like the 90s if you're looking to get outdoors the next couple of days. Numbers today in Springfield, I've got us at 89 in the forecast. Small chance for an isolated spot shower tomorrow. Really, I think it's less than 20% for most people. High temperatures on Tuesday may be just a touch warmer at 90 degrees. We're likely in the low 90s on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but the better chance for some scattered storms exists on Wednesday and Thursday. Then it looks like we dry up in time for the weekend once again as we get closer to the tail end of the 7-day forecast. Around the country, what's making headlines? It is record heat. In fact, triple-digit heat that is going to be making headlines for the Intermountain West and much of the Northern Plains as well. It is a major heat wave for our friends up to the north and west. We continue to see heavy rainfall and severe weather threats for portions of the southern Appalachians. That was out there yesterday. That threat continues today for our friends to the south. And as I mentioned, there will be places in South Texas that get quite a bit of rainfall today as well. So you may hear about those things in the national news headlines, along with some of the rescue efforts from the flooding that happened just this weekend. Around the Ozarks, wake up weather brain twister trivia question time. The question that I left you with yesterday, or not yesterday, but Friday. I've slept since then. What is the nickname for the dramatic phenomenon where lightning flashes directly inside a towering plume of volcanic ash during an eruption? Do you think that is A, an ash arc, B, a magma bolt, C, a dirty thunderstorm, or D, a pyro strike? All of these acceptable names for what sounds like we're describing here in that scenario. But the correct answer is C, a dirty thunderstorm. If that's what you chose, congratulations. You are now entered to win $50 to Godfather's Pizza. All right, here's your next chance to win. The next trivia question. What is the name for the rare atmospheric optical phenomenon where faint, colorful spots of light appear on either side of the sun, often called mock suns or phantom suns? Do you think this is A, sun dogs, B, glory rings, C, light pillars, or D, green flashes? The name for the optical phenomenon where faint, colorful spots of light appear on either side of the sun, often called mock suns or phantom suns. Let me know if you've got a guess. You can do that. It's at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for waking up with me and starting out your work week here. I hope you join me every single day this week. I'll be giving the forecast, and we've got some fun trivia to play as well. Big shout out to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Whole Hog Cafe, Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Enjoy the day. It's going to be a hot one. High temperature of 89 in Springfield, mostly sunny skies, and a light breeze out of the south. I'll be right back here tomorrow morning to chat with you once again. Stay cool in the forecast today.